What's up, Ghosts? Welcome or welcome back. This is going to be our first look at the Bear Creek Arsenal BC9 bufferless system. First things first, always check clear. That is something that you should always be doing with your firearms before you start messing with them. Shout out to 2A Ninja for sending me this SB tactical brace. Appreciate you, brother. Go check him out. And I appreciate you, Bear Creek Arsenal, for sending me this little PCC for me to check out with you guys today. So the first thing I want to talk about is this. You're probably like, what the hell is that thing? Well, it was a muzzle device that went on right here. I'm not fucking with that. That's some corn-fed that is armed with a wrench at Bear Creek Arsenal put on with this thing. And also, you can kind of see a clear sediment. That is rock set. I don't know why you would be doing that. Don't do that, BCA. You stop it. You stop it.
Stop it. Stop it. Okay.
Immediately yesterday. The other issue that I keep having with this is double feeds out the ass. They've gotten less and less frequent with more rounds that I put down, trying 3 different ammunitions, all 115 grain. I haven't tried a higher grain count. I didn't really see a reason to. For the first couple hundred rounds, this thing was a pain in my dick on top of the muzzle device. It was honestly just pissing me off from the get-go. At least it looks nice. I did have one of their Gen 1 ARs, and I do like the change that they have done with the Gen 2 charging handle. I think this feels so much better than the first one. The Generation 1 would start free floating, and then you'd go to grab it, and it would just spin on you, and eventually would come loose and just fall out. And now you have no way to charge your AR, which was fucking stupid and annoying, but the Gen 2 is solid. There's 2 different contact points that keeps her in place. Another gripe that I have is because it is a bufferless system, there's a spring back here that rides the bolt carrier and kind of softens the recoil. But in order to take your upper and lower apart, you first have to take off this back plate and then pull all the spring and bullshit out. And I just think that's a little ridiculous. I have seen a couple of people having issues with these. A lot of people have said that they run just fine, but the very few that I have talked to that have run into issues, they're all the same problems, where with double feeding or things being too tight, not tight enough. Typical Bear Creek Arsenal bullshit. What pisses me off is BCA has the potential to do great things, and they just fucking don't 90% of the time. But it is standard PCC that does take Glock mags. Personally, I want to see companies start straying away from the Glock mags and start using Scorpion mags, because I think that they look, in my personal opinion, so much cleaner, but to each their own. Some people will say old school Colt stick mags. I like Scorpion mags. Now, in here, I have a 3.5 pound PSA cassette trigger that we have checked clear already. It's not the worst, not the best. For 80 bucks, it's doable. Should work. Got a pretty clean reset, crisp break. Now, these are coming in at an affordable price, which is very appealing to the average consumer. Bear Creek Arsenal likes to keep their costs down by machining most of their stuff in-house. I just wish they ran better. I'm just now realizing I have all my shit over there. I haven't had any failures to extract, but some of the cases that I have had double feeds on, the extractor is shearing the shit out of the case. I'll put a picture up on screen here. I personally have never seen that before. I don't know why it's doing that, but it seems to have stopped doing it since. I don't know if it's a stiff spring right here or what the fuck is going on. Again, I don't know half the time what I'm talking about. I learn as I go with you guys. A quick build breakdown. I can't remember where this fucking hand stop came from. I just think it looks really nice on here. I've been using ETS mags, and I do have a 30 round OEM Glock mag. SB tactical brace in the rear here from 2A Ninja, and a True Glow pistol dot up top that has held up way better than I thought it would with multiple testings. The grip that they included is very nice. It reminds me of a rubberized Magpul K2, which is one of my favorite grips of all time. You got your standard AR paddle release for the magazine right up here. What the fuck? The first impressions are, aside from the issues that I've been having, it's very soft to shoot. Compared to my Freedom Ordnance FX9, this doesn't have a lot of snap to it. It just kind of like moves up a little bit, whereas my Freedom wants to move back and forth. But this just has a little bit of climb to the muzzle. So if you take a peek right here, they cut like a third of the bolt off in order to use their little buffer system up here, and it's a strange choice. So my pros are going to be is it comes in at a decent price point. It's very easy to shoot. So if you want to give this to like your girlfriend or have one of your kids start learning how to shoot, this would be very soft for them compared to like a 5.56, or if you want to go up a step from a 22, this would be something good for that. Cons would be that BCA is always going to be BCA, and their quality control has always been terrible for whatever reason. So those are going to be my first impressions on the BC9. If you guys like this kind of content, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.